Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Sports Blitz here, and NFL Week 1 is in the books now. So I'm going to go ahead and start my first power rankings of the season. I know I'm a little late on this because I didn't do like a pre-Week 1 power rankings, so that's my bad. I'm going to do a different structure than a lot of other people do. I'm going to go ahead and do it in the form of a tier list. Let me know if you guys like it this way. But let's go ahead and put it all together. We'll see how it looks at the end. So, starting with the Chicago Bears, their defense looked really good. They kind of saved them against the 49ers. Justin Fields, I feel like, made plays where it was needed. Um, where it's the start of the tier list, I'm going to go ahead and start them off at 25. Though I could see them kind of crawling up here as the list goes on. So this isn't set in stone. I'll probably adjust it a little bit towards the end and throughout the video, but I'm gonna start them off at 25. Bengals, they didn't look great against the Steelers. Really, I would probably I mean, really coming into the season, I would have had them as like the probably the fourth or fifth, maybe sixth best team. After that, I'm probably gonna put them at number 10 or so. Bills, I am gonna put them at number one, and that one is one of my few set in stone numbers for week one. I mean, the Bills were incredible. They were already, my Super Bowl favorite for the AFC. So yeah, that one's not changing. So number one is set in stone for me. The other 31 may change. Then we have the Broncos. Honestly, they didn't look great against the Seahawks. And honestly, I kind of had a feeling they'd be the weak link of the AFC West. Um, it's a little hard to be too, judgy against them so far because it is only 1 week. And the Seahawks know Russell Wilson. They know what he likes to do, what hurts him. So it's not over for the Broncos. It's far from over. Their defense looked pretty solid. I wouldn't say it looked great, but it looked solid at times. I would say it I would say it's probably in like the 17-ish range. Um Again, it may go up, may go down just a little bit. I don't know, but for right now I'm going to start them off at 17. The Browns, their defense looked really good. Nick Chubb looked really good. Um Jacoby Brissett didn't really look so good. Because the defense looked so good, I'm tempted to put them a little bit higher. But for right now, I'm thinking I'm also going to have them in the same range with the Broncos, kind of that like 18 to 20-ish range. The Bucks, they absolutely wrecked the Cowboys. I know it was only I think it was 19 to 3 if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, after week 1, the Bucks kind of looked like the best team in the NFC. Not many NFC teams looked great. Kind of looking over this, I I think I'm gonna still have the Bucks in the top tier. I don't know if I'd put them at number two, but maybe three, maybe three. The Cardinals didn't look great to me. Their offense was struggling quite a bit against the Chiefs. I figured their defense would struggle because I mean it's the Chiefs. But really, I had the Cardinals with a 7-10 record coming into the season, and they showed me kind of what I expected. I think they're probably going to be in the same range here with like the Broncos and Browns. Chargers. Chargers, I think, are going to be a very, very good team. Um, I think they're going to be in that fight with the Chiefs to win that division. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and put them at number four right here. Again, it's going to be moved around just a little bit, so you know, we'll have to see there, but the Chargers looked really good. Chiefs, Chiefs looked really really good as well. Offensively and defensively. Offensively was very expected, but even defensively, they looked really good. And in fact, this is the first move. I'm gonna go ahead and have the Chiefs ahead of the Bucks. I thought the Chiefs looked incredible week one. Um, in fact, yeah, never mind. Going to the Colts here. I still think they're gonna be a good team. I don't want to overreact too much, um, to them tying with the Texans, but they weren't looking good early on. I'm gonna go ahead and have them in the same range with like the Bengals, but it's possible they could be moved up as well. Cowboys. They didn't look great with Dak, and now Dak is out for about 4 weeks. That drops them quite a bit. They were the only team. I saw the stat, and I don't know how true it is, so don't quote me on it. But if the stat that I saw is true, they were the only team week one that didn't score a touchdown. Um, I didn't think the Jets did, but maybe they did. I'd have to double check that. But either way, I mean, not a good performance by the Cowboys. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the 17 to 24 range as well. I feel like starting off, there's gonna be a lot of teams in there. I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions towards the end. But Dolphins, I expected them to beat the Chief or the Patriots, but they did even better against them than I expected. It was a 20-7 win, and the defense looked incredible. I'm gonna start them off right here in this tier, but I could honestly see them going up to this 4 through 9 tier. Um, Eagles. Honestly, little disappointed in the Eagles' performance. Um, I mean, really, like the Eagles were one of my favorite teams in the NFC to win the NFC, and they almost let the Lions beat them. Now, I expect the Lions to be a lot better this year, but I mean, 38-35, that's kind of crazy to me. So, I'm going to go ahead and still put them in this 4 to 9 range, but I'm thinking kind of closer to the back end of that range. Falcons. They looked really good early on, blew the lead. They pulled an Atlanta Falcons like okay. I'm a Panthers fan and I feel bad for Falcons fans. I never thought I'd say this, but they blow so many big leads. Like I don't understand it. It's bad. It's kind of laughable. I have to put them in this bottom tier. I'm sorry. Giants. They pulled off an impressive win over the Titans, and I don't know if this is something we should overreact about the Giants with them being good, or if this just means that the Titans are worse than we thought. I don't know. But either way, Saquon looked rejuvenated. I don't know if I said it on camera before, but I said coming into the season, I think this is going to be a season that Saquon Barkley, Chris McCaffrey, and Michael Thomas, three guys who all have had big injury issues the last couple years. I think all three of them are going to be fully healthy all season. And if so, Giants could get some good wins here. Um, I am going to go ahead and have them in this 25 to 32 range. I'm going to have them ahead of the Falcons, but yeah, they are moving up a little bit for me. Jaguars, they didn't look very good. They allowed Washington to get 28 points on them. Trayvon Walker looked good. He had a really impressive interception. Um, Other than that, not a whole lot to be excited for the Jags. Um, I think I am actually going to keep them behind the Falcons right here. Jets. Now I'm really disappointed. I was excited for the Jets coming into the season. I thought they did wonders with their roster. Um, Now I know they didn't have Zach Wilson, and I expected them to lose this game. I didn't expect them to get blown out the way they did, especially towards the end. Um, I'm gonna have them in this bottom tier between the Falcons and the Jaguars. Bad performance. Um, Lions. I am going to have them. I'm going to have them right ahead of the Bears, actually. Moving up quite a bit. I could honestly see them if they perform well this week. I could see them moving up into this 17 to 24 tier. Really excited about their performance. Um, let's see. So, okay, 49ers. I'm going to have them in this tier right now. Trey Lance did not look like what we expected. Really disappointing. And I wasn't one who was expecting like MVP Trey Lance or anything, like a lot of other people were. But that performance was really bad. I still expected better than that. I expected them to beat the Bears, and they couldn't even do that. And honestly, because of that, I'm kind of tempted to even put them in this last tier. 49ers have got to be better than that. Packers also had a very, very bad performance. Um, I can't drop them to the bottom of the league, but I think they're going to be down in this tier now. I mean, I expected them to be still a top 10 team, and with this, I think they're kind of more in the 12 to 15-ish range. Panthers, I'm going to keep them probably about where I expected. Um, they're kind of in the range of like very very back end of this tier to top of this tier. Um, they looked really really bad early on, but came back and fought hard late in the game and almost beat the Browns. If it weren't for a 58-yard field goal by Cade York, they would have beat the Browns. There were some questionable penalties in that game as well. I think everybody can kind of agree that there were a lot of penalties that really, really hurt the Panthers. Um, but either way, they shouldn't have had themselves in that position to start. So I'm going to have them at the back end of this tier to maybe top of this tier. Kind of about what I expected coming into the season. Patriots. I'm thinking probably the same area. Um, I'm kind of tempted to have them in the bottom tier as well, but it's it's just hard to rule out a Bill Belichick team like that, you know. Raiders looked really good. Um they fought hard with the Chargers. That was one of my more favorite games of week 1. Um I don't know if I can put them in the top 10 right now though. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put them right here for right now. Um yeah, I'm going to do that. Rams, I'm going to go ahead and put them in this tier, and I'm going to go ahead and actually put them at the top of this tier. I mean, I still expected them to be the number 2 or 3 team coming into this season. So, yeah, even though it was a bad loss to the Bills, it was a dang good team they played. So I'm not going to drop them too terribly much. Um, but I'm going to have them right there. Ravens, Ravens looked really good. Lamar Jackson was impressive passing the ball. Um, Something I expected him to decline a little bit on this year. Um, I don't, I don't know if I can put him in the 4 through 9 range. It's really tough. I'll go ahead and start him right here, and I'll make any adjustments that I need. The Saints, I'm going to go ahead and put them like right here-ish. Well, you know what? They had a better performance than the Broncos and the Browns. I'll go ahead and put them right here. Seahawks, they moved up quite a bit for me. I had them at like 30-31 for me. Yeah, hold up. 25 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 3. Okay. Okay. Steelers, also in this range. Again, we'll have to readjust the order. Texans, they looked really good, but they're still going to be in this bottom tier. And again, I will readjust the order because how it is right now, I don't fully agree with it. I'm just putting them in the right section. Titans. I don't expect them to be great, but they looked really rough. I'm kind of tempted to even put them in the bottom tier, but I'm going to hurry and wait and see. Vikings looked really good. I'm going to put them in this tier. Yeah. And then Washington in this bottom tier. Okay, so everyone has at least been started here. I think I like the top three. An argument you can make is switching the Bucks with the Rams. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it just because the Rams really didn't perform well week 1 at all. So we'll do that. Number 5, honestly, I'm pretty happy with the Chargers being number 5. I really am. I thought they played well. I thought they played really well. Eagles, I don't know that I can put the Eagles at number 6. They allowed a lot from the Lions. I think I'm going to go ahead and move the Bengals up to number 6 cuz I mean, I was expecting them to be, 3 or 4, and to be fair, they did almost pull off a comeback against the Steelers. You do have a really good defense. So, yeah, I'm going to have them at 6. You could argue that they should drop more than that. I don't know. Hard to say. Okay, I think we can go ahead and leave the Eagles at 7. I still think they're going to bounce back and have a really good season, especially with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys out. Or Dak out for the Cowboys. I think the Eagles are going to have a good season with that. So, yeah, top 7 are in. Number 8, the Ravens. Do I want to keep the Ravens at number 8? I think I'm going to go ahead and honestly, this is probably a very controversial call, but I'm going to move the Vikings up to number 8. I really am. I think they impressed me that much. They looked like a really good team, offensively and defensively. Number 9, I mean, I know the Ravens played the Jets, but they're a good team even otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So number 10, honestly, I think I want to keep the Raiders here at number 10. They played the Chargers tough. I still think they're going to win a lot of games. They're going to be a playoff contender. I don't know why I struggle with that word. Yeah, I think they're going to be good, though. Number 11. I think I want to go ahead and move the Dolphins up ahead of the Colts. I thought they had a better performance, and I think the upgrade is warranted. So Dolphins at 11 here. Honestly, I'm debating between having Colts and Packers here at 12 and 13. They're very interchangeable. I'm going to go ahead and keep it at Colts at 12, Packers at 13. Packers receivers just did not want to catch the ball. Aaron Rodgers wasn't looking great either. I'm going to go ahead and keep the order how it is so far. So with that, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to go ahead and move the Saints up here to 14 here. Um, Rough performance early on. Early on, they were looking like one of the worst teams in the NFL, but they really pulled it together and had a good comeback against the Falcons. And divisional games aren't always easy to do that. Um, yeah, good comeback win for the Saints. Um, I think I'm going to. Man, I do not know who to put at 15. Honestly, for like all of these teams, it seems too high. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move the Steelers up here to 15. Um, I mean that defense was incredible. Minka Fitzpatrick and T.J. Watt dominated this game. Just dominated it. Um, Insanely good performance by the defense, and basically the sole reason they won this game. I mean, Mitch Trubisky didn't turn the ball over either, so, still a good performance by him. But, like, Minka and TJ dominated this game. I think it's warranted for the Steelers to be here at 15. Then for 16, I don't think I can lower the 49ers quite this much. I'm going to go ahead and put the 49ers at 16. I still think they can win, win quite a few games, but man, Trey Lance really needs to pull it together. That was a bad performance. I'm expecting more out of him, expecting him to be better next week. But really rough week 1. Um 49ers have a lot of potential, really good defense. I think they can bounce back and put it together. 17. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have the Broncos right here. I think this is about what the Broncos will do, kind of an 8 to 9 win team or so. I think Russell Wilson and the Broncos will still be able to pull it together. They still have a solid defense. I wouldn't call it elite. It's not what everybody has been expecting, but it's a solid defense. It is. I think they're going to win 8 or 9 games or so. Uh, let's see. So number 18 here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and have the Browns. Their defense and their run game won them this game, and their run game was really good. Their defense was really good. Um, I mean, even without Deshaun Watson, they might still be able to win more games than we expect. So, watch out for the Browns. They could be better than we expect. Um, I want to put the Cowboys up here, but without Dak, it's really hard to do that. Um, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep the Cardinals right here at 19. They're still a very solid team. I wouldn't call them a great team. I think their offensive line has issues. I think there's big issues in their defense, not really having much of a pass rush. Um, and really, with DeAndre Hopkins still suspended, it's really hard to give many props to the team. So I'm gonna have them at 19. 20. I don't think the Cowboys are gonna do much without Dak Prescott. So keep in mind, once Dak comes back, the Cowboys are probably gonna rise back up. Honestly. But for right now, I can't have them this high. I think what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna have the Patriots at 20. I'm gonna have the Patriots at 20. Um, I mean, it's a Bill Belichick coach team. They're gonna find a way to get at least 7 or 8 wins. It doesn't matter who they have at quarterback, what their defense is looking like. Belichick is a genius, and they're gonna find a way to win some games. Um, I'm going to go ahead and switch right here and have the Titans be at 21. Um, I think they're also a, 7 to 9 win team. Um, I thought their week one performance was still better than the Panthers, though. I think these teams are pretty even, honestly. But the Titans' week one performance was better, so they're higher up. Um, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, Panthers at 22. I mean, fought hard, fought fought back really, really hard towards the end, but just couldn't put it together. Had some big penalties. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have him at 22. I think that's pretty deserving. Um, I gotta lower the Cowboys even more. Again, with Dak Prescott injured, it's so hard to see the Cowboys winning games. I'm gonna go ahead and move the Lions into this tier at number 23. At number 23, the Lions are coming in and they're gonna see some wins this season. They fought hard against the Eagles. I'm excited to see what they do. And honestly, switch the Seahawks and the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to be down in this tier. Geno Smith looked really good. He was meshing well with that offense. He was completing a lot of his passes, and the defense really didn't look all that bad either. I mean, who knows? I could be really wrong about the Seahawks, and they could win a lot of games. Um, but dropping the Cowboys down to 25, I can't lower them more than that. I still think they'll win. So Dak is expected to be out about 4 weeks. I could see them winning one, maybe two of those games. Maybe two. But with Dak out, I just don't think they're going to be, the stacked team they otherwise are. Then we have I'll go ahead and have the Bears here. I feel like they beat a tougher team than the Giants did. Justin Fields made the plays that he needed to make, and the defense looked really good. Um, and they were having fun too. In the rain. Justin Fields sliding around at the end. You know, they were having fun. It was good to see the Bears actually having fun while playing, because usually they look like a lethargic, boring team, you know, to play. They looked like they were having fun that game. So that was good to see. Giants, same thing. Saquon looked incredible. Their coach was really hyping them up a lot. Um, Man, the Giants are gonna be a team I keep an eye out for the next few weeks. I think they could rise up the power rankings quite a bit more if they keep, playing like that. Good performance by Saquon. Daniel Jones had a solid performance. Solid performance by the defense. Held Derrick Henry to 4 yards a carry. I like it. Um, but then here at 5, 6, 28, I'm actually going to move the Texans up here. They played the Colts really tough. I thought they should have beat the Colts, to be honest. Um, I think Davis Mills has improved even more, and honestly, I think by the end of the season, they could be into this 17 to 24 range tier, maybe even higher. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and move Washington right here. They played really well against the Jaguars. Carson Wentz looked really solid. Um, yeah, Jahan Dotson looked good. Curtis Samuel looked good. Terry McLaurin always looks good, so that's not surprising. And they didn't even have Chase Young for this game, so that was impressive. Um, and then finishing off, I have the Falcons at 29, or sorry, 30, Jets at 31, Jags at 32. So, yeah, there's week my post week 1, pre week 2 power rankings. Let me know what you think of them. I know there's going to be a lot of people disagreeing. Let me know what you think of this format. I know a lot of people don't do the tier structure sort of thing for power rankings, but I thought it was a good idea. So let me know what you think. Again, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.